It's time to cut down some trees.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A lot of our snow has melted, so I'm going to cut down a couple of trees that are dead and cut up some other ones that have already fallen from the last storm. So first, you gotta get the chainsaw prepared. So this is a Stihl MS251 Wood Boss. All right, just need to sharpen the chain. I have a new chain for it too, but this one still has some life left on it. And it looks like it needs to be a little bit tightened too, so we'll get this ready. So what I like to do when I'm sharpening my chainsaw blade is put a black mark onto the chain that I started, the length that I started at. So really, wherever, it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mark this one black. And then I'll know to stop there on the way back. And then when I'm doing the actual sharpening, I just use this rotary tool. Got tired of sharpening these manually, so I just take this and get to about where I'm about 30 degrees, depending on the chain. And if you look closely, you can see on this chain, each of the chains, there's a little black mark right there. You see that black line? That's the angle that you want to be at. It's also the limit until you need to replace your chain. So I guess we'll have some time left on this one. All right, let's go. They'll just stay on the one side. So I'll go about 5 seconds per each blade or per each chain. So one here, and I'll just stay at the angle, and I'll move the chain as I go through, and then I'll switch the chain around to the chainsaw around to the other side. And then I stay at, this has like a dial of speed, so I stay at pretty close to the max, around 5, so I don't have to stay on each length for too long. The chain is all sharpened. You can see inside of all of these, maybe they're all nice and shiny, and it'll be sharp enough to cut through the trees. They come up pretty quick. Everything out here is all pine and fir, so very sappy. And then the last thing I need to do is to tighten this. So see how the chain gets a little bit loose here. It should be loose because as this gets hot, as you're cutting, it'll tighten up, shrink basically, just because of the way that the metal works. But what I like to do is to get this bottom one or the top one, it doesn't really matter, so that it's just touching the top of the bar as you pull it up. So we need to tighten that a little bit. And to do that, we take our multi-tool, and then we're just gonna put it onto the loosening nut here and crack it loose. And then inside of here, there's a little hole that has a screw in it, a set screw. So you stick this in here, and then you turn it to the right, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, just enough so that this chain is tight enough on here. Get a little bit of slack. That should be good. We can adjust it in the field too if we need to. And we'll go ahead and tighten this back up. Boom. Doesn't need to be super tight, just snug. And now our chainsaw is ready for some action. Well, this is the tree we're going to cut down. Straight over to the right is where the side-by-side is, right up there. But I think I can get this to fall right in between those trees and the side-by-side. This tree is pretty tall, but I think we'll be able to get it right into place. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of different cuts. One thing we'll do is just get rid of all these extra branches and stuff that are here, but I'll make a cut that'll be going at an angle about over this way, and that'll get the tree loose and want to fall towards this way. It kind of already is wanting to fall this way, just at the angle that it's laying, and all the branches that are over on this side too. And then I'll start cutting across this way, and I'll also make a back cut, and then it should fall right down there. I'm gonna do the back cut first, back over here, and I'll start out the front. see if we can get all this on there. Well, it's all loaded up, 2 trees down. We got some more back here we'll cut down too. So we'll take this back up to the log pile, dump it off, and get some more. Alright, we got the trees down, we got them chopped up. They're in the pile here behind me, just waiting to be split. So I'll get to that throughout the week, and maybe even in a couple of weeks, just because I need to make a spot to put all that. So, and if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for future episodes. See you next time.